me just get there, folks. I'm not there because I'm not changed yet. They woke me up for this. Woke me up for this. All right, folks. Special presentation. Good morning, good afternoon, and for some of those overseas, good evening. I'm your host, JJ, Facts Only Green. And we got this special presentation here right now. Talk about who's in, who's out in the R2C Elite playoff picture. We've crunched the numbers. We're going to talk about it because that's what we want to do. People want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. So I got the stats team giving me some information on the fly. So that's what we're going to do. So let's put this in perspective, shall we? Because a lot of people are, how do you say, claiming that they are a shoo-in for the playoffs. And a lot of people are thinking that a lot of people are getting bounced out of the playoffs due to recent scores. Now, let's be straight right now. Just had, I believe, two of the two big conference championship games that were played recently. And one was the Missouri-Tennessee game where Missouri came out on top, beating the, I guess, the favored Tennessee squad. Now, Missouri is ranked number 2, right? And Tennessee is ranked number 4. Will he drop? Yes, he will. How much? We're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about another big game, and that was, it looks like it was USC beating Michigan for their conference championship. Now, again, that one's a bit of a tricky situation. Why? Because the number 6th ranked Michigan is dropping. How much they drop? We're going to talk about it. We still have one more game that hasn't been played yet that could even be the wrench in this whole fiasco. All right, this whole fiasco. So let me know if you're ready. W's in the chat. Let me know if you're ready to go down this rabbit hole with me, JJ, Facts Only Green, because there's a lot that we're going to actually be going over right now live with you. Because again, people wanted live. We're going to give it to you live. We've got the time. We've got the energy. Let's do it. Let's break it down for you guys right now. All right. I wonder if I can get some information here. Give me a sec while I oh, there's some stats, there's some information for you guys. Okay. Let's first start with the scores. All right. We're going to talk about the recent scores, guys. All right. There's a game that just happened. All right. Here it is. Okay, you see that? Missouri 38, Tennessee 34. Big game. I watched 80% of it myself, and it did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. We did see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Some was coached, some was outcoached, but in the end, it was a final 38-34 Missouri, stamping himself as a contender in this year's playoffs. All right. So we'll definitely touch base on that. The second game, here's where things get a bit fishy. The number 7 ranked team, USC, beating number 6, Michigan, to take their first conference championship. Well deserved. Well deserved as well. He has played an amazing season. All right. He only had one conference loss, bounced back, won the conference championship. So those are two big games. All right. There still is two other games that need to be played that can definitely change the concept and the the layout of the playoffs. Big game right here. Number 1, Virginia Tech versus number 3, Florida State for the ACC championship. Right? You got that one? Is that correct? Yes. And then the last one, TCU, number 19, a shocker. TCU, number 19, going up against number 5, Texas Tech. I mean, don't sleep on this one. If they're playing this one, you need to watch this one. This one's going to be a good one. Guarantee it. It's going to be a good one. All right. So let's talk about the fallout of the first two games. Going back to the bracket here, folks. All right. There's the bracket right now. Tulane locked in. Indiana locked in. South Carolina locked in. UCLA even locked in. All right. SMU locked in. Virginia Tech locked in. Florida State locked in. Missouri locked in. Now, here's where it gets a bit fishy. Because of the recent Missouri win over Tennessee, that's going to drop them from the number 4 seed. All right, that's what's all the talk is about right now. They're going to drop. How far? They're probably going to be hitting 5 to 8, depending on the results of other games. Again, 5 to 8 is a big drop. Depending, again, that's not even putting in the pieces of the Texas Tech game, right, or the Virginia Tech game. Although they shouldn't be really bothered by those, the Virginia Tech and Florida State game, the Texas Tech game could make a difference. Could make a difference. Okay? So again, Missouri is a champ. He's a SEC champ. SEC champ. All right? So again, that's a given. He will now replace Tennessee in that quarterfinal spot. He's earned it. He's got it. That's him. All right? Now, because Tennessee lost, that drops them into that first round. So, and they're going to be on the road. Where are they going to go? That's the tricky part right now. That's the tricky part. So we're going to dive in the second part of this discussion here, where we have USC beating Michigan. Number 7 beats number 6. So again, number 7 is going to move up. Number 6 is going to move down. And they are likely going to drop to the 9 to 12 range in terms of ranking. 9 to 12. But again, this is where it gets tricky. So you got Tennessee dropping to 6 to 8. And then you got Michigan dropping to 9 to 12. Right? Now, if Texas Tech wins, where do they go? They will probably be going to number 4. Right? I believe so. All right? So think about that. Virginia Tech, Florida State, Missouri, all locked in. I don't believe a loss to the number 1 seeded team is going to drop you lower than where you should be. Again, we'll see. So, with that being said, let me just bring up my numbers here. So, yes, okay. So, based on the brackets, we have Missouri going to be a top 3 seed. I think he's going to be there. He's locked at the bottom. Not a problem. Not a problem. Tennessee drops from the elite position down to the first round. Going to be working on a first round away game, depending on the results of the Texas Tech game. All right. Now, if you have questions, let me know, and I will definitely plug it in and get your results. So again, this is it right here. This is what I'm live for. We're here having that discussion. And again, the big game, the Florida State and Virginia Tech game, that's just for bragging rights. They're locked. They're locked. Well, again, that's a good assumption. So let's plug that in, folks. We're gonna plug that in. Let's see. Let's see. We're gonna work on this right now. Actually, you know what? We're gonna play scenario right now. We're gonna play scenario right now. Let me just pull this over here. We got a lot of things, a lot of moving parts here. Let's see. If again, we're gonna go. So if Texas Tech, right, beats, they're playing TCU, and we'll say FSU beats V Tech. What does the bracket look like? We're going to plug it in right now, folks. We're going to plug it in. Now, plugged in the information. So Texas Tech beats TCU. Big 12 champ, perfect season, stays intact. Right? Perfect season. So Florida State beats Virginia Tech. They're the ACC champ. And they're over the number, and they're now over the current number one. So okay. Well then, here's what's going to happen. If you have that scenario, we have Texas Tech becoming the number one ranked team after beating TCU. Number two, Florida State. Number three, Missouri. And number four, Virginia Tech. All right? That's what it looks like for the first part of the brackets. Now, let me see if I can get the full. So we're going to ask, what does the first round look like? Mizzou will not be number one in that scenario. I don't believe so. Again, Texas Tech has a perfect record, right? I do believe they're going to jump. Again, just going by stats and facts. So, with that scenario, first round is going to look like this. Tulane will be playing Tennessee. All right. UCLA will play Michigan, staying at number 6, which is a bit of a shocker. SMU plays USC, and Indiana plays South Carolina. Okay? Those are what it shows right now. Those are what it shows. Now, again, we all know that EA does EA things, and we all know how they calculate differently. So, what I'm going to put in my 2 cents. If Texas Tech wins, they will shake it up more than we think. There's a few other teams can still sneak in. We got Oklahoma on the outside looking in. We've got the number 10 pound for pound team, Colorado, on the doorstep. All right. So again, a lot of changes could happen. There is a lock, though. Like I said, there is a lock. Virginia Tech, Florida State, Missouri, all locked in. They got buys. Win or lose, they got buys. Okay? Tennessee is going to drop. Already they're going to drop between 6 and 8. That's a guarantee. Now, they're saying they'll drop to 5. Okay. Okay. And then Michigan will stay at 6. Now, let's play the scenario. Yeah, South Carolina is, I believe, locked in for the playoffs at 8. They have nothing else that can shake them up unless, and here's where we're going to play that scenario right now. We're going to add in different concepts now. We're going to say new scenario, right? You got Texas Tech losing, right? Losing to, I believe they're ranked. What rank are they? Can anybody confirm what rank is TCU? I think they're 19. Is that correct? Man, Tech not losing. Well, we've said that. We've said a lot of things about certain people playing at the certain levels that they're at. And you know what? Tech can lose. Tech can lose. I'm not saying I'm foreseeing that. I'm just saying it's a possibility, right? Texas Tech. So let me see. Number 5, Texas Tech. Anybody? Let's see. Let's see if we can go back and check where they are. Make sure that I get the right information. Oh, yeah, I thought so. They're number 19. So Texas Tech, number 5, losing to number 19, TCU. And again, we'll still have number 3. Okay, so number 3, FSU beating number 1, VTech. Okay, that's the scenario we're plugging in right now. Again, not saying that is going to happen. I'm just saying we're plugging it in. We plugging in this information because, again, you guys wanted it. And here you go. So, again, number 5, Texas Tech loses to number 19 in the Big 10. I'm sorry, the Big 12, and Florida State beats Virginia Tech. That does some damage. So now, if this happens, committee-wise, Florida State jumps to the top 2 seed. Virginia Tech drops, but remains safe in the top 4. Texas Tech falls out of the projected tier and drops into the 6 to 8 range. And that causes trouble. Now, here's the new bracket for the first round. And it changed quite nicely, actually. Just want to make sure this is correct. Yes, it is correct. So we got in this predicament, we have Tulane, who's going to be locked in there, and they're going to be playing Tennessee, number 5. UCLA, number 11, will be playing Texas Tech, which is number 6 now because of that loss. And then SMU will face USC, number 7. Indiana, number 9, faces South Carolina, number 8, meaning Michigan is out of the playoffs. All right? That is a scenario that could happen. All right? That is a scenario that could happen. You want more? I mean, we can definitely plug in some more numbers. Give me some. We got more numbers. Say if again. I guess those 2 games are the only significant game changers here, because again, if we can plug in, let's go to the top 25. Yeah. So we have. Yeah, I don't believe. I guess Penn State is there as well. And does Penn State have a game? I don't even know. Right? I don't even know. Unfortunately, no. I don't believe you will be getting that number 4 spot, USC. Not at this time. So yeah, there's no other way around it. Anybody else won't be able to jump in because yeah, we got actually, you know what? We're gonna plug in. We're gonna plug in some more real quick. We're gonna plug in some more. Stick with us here. Stick with us. We got we're gonna plug in, so we got number 15. Colorado. Oh, sorry. Let me start. Let me do. We go with number 14, NC State. Number 15, Colorado, and Jesus, and number 16, Oklahoma. Can any of them get into the playoffs from any situation? Let's ask the powers that be right now, all right? Hoo-hoo! Well then, it says here that NC State is the most realistic to get in the playoffs. Just because it says to me pure chaos. Chaos has to happen. Like, how so? How so? Now I believe there's I don't think there's they don't have no more games. Is that correct? Hmm. I should go over every user game's record this year. I do believe that I've done that with the show that I recently had. If you tuned in to the top 10 shows, they were all about the users. All about the users. But top offensive, top defensive, underrated, overrated, and the pound for pound best 10 in the league. Now, let me just make sure. We are in week, what week are we in? We are in the conference championship, so they don't have any games. So let's make sure we have to make sure the calculations are right. Ah, see there? It says, yeah, since we're in the conference championship, uh, and NC State, Colorado, and Oklahoma will have no more games left. They can't add anything to their resume. They are done. All right, that's what it says. They are done, and they can now wait for next season. That's all. That's all they're saying. That is all they're saying. All right. The only way these guys can definitely get in is if, let's see, two teams currently ranked 9 and 13 lose in the conference championship. Between 9 and 13. Now, if we go back to those scores, right? 9 and 13. So no one there ranked 9 is in there. Doesn't look like no one's gonna make a big drop there. So the second the scenario shows that the losses are to lower ranked opponents and are blowouts. So if TCU beats Texas Tech in a blowout, we could get a little shift. Could get a little shift. But again, this is not guaranteed. All right. Any other scenarios we playing out right now? Let's have it. Because again, it is still up in the air. We've got 2 games, and I do believe these games are being set for tonight. Just want to make sure. Looks like it's going to be 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central. So be ready for that one. And the second game, that's the Virginia Tech and Florida State game. The Texas Tech game versus TCU. We are looking at we're looking at probably 12, looking at 12:30ish or 1 o'clock today. My personal opinion of what's going to happen. Well, based on the year that Virginia Tech is having, based on that year, I don't believe Florida State can beat them. However, Florida State is still the pound for pound best team this season. All right. And I believe the number one underrated team was Virginia Tech. So it's going to be a great, great game. I do see Virginia Tech. He's in his element. Coach Earls, he got it going on. All right. In other news, with Texas Tech playing TCU, I've seen a few TCU games. I actually saw them play yesterday. Yeah, I think so. And he's solid. But Texas Tech, he's a beast right there. So I don't see him losing as well. So the current standings that I said that would be out there. Hey, you want to live in the past, Coach Yak? By all means, go get yourself a VHS tape, put in Coming to America, and enjoy it, because that's where you live in. We in 2026 right now. We're not caring about first-year winners, second-year winners, third-year winners. We talk about the here right now. The team is the team right now. And based on what he's done this season, you know what? We'll break it down. How about that? We'll even break it down for you. All right? Let's break down Coach Earl's rise from where he was. All right? We'll go down to his schedule, and we will show you. Hopefully you've got some film, because all across the board, 99s. Who did he play? He beat Cincinnati to the point where he had to go home and call his mama. All right, 38-20. Beat Colorado, 35-23. Easy games against CPU, 59-17, 53-13, 37-27. Took that bye. He was supposed to play his user, but that person backed out. He beat them 45-23, CPU. CPU again, 72-13. Pittsburgh, 65-34. So again, if your architect is a certain way, these guys are getting bonuses when they're playing. When they have a 3-game winning streak, they're playing beyond what they're supposed to be playing. All right? They come into games on fire. So that's why they keep on running. Miami, 45-17. Syracuse, 55-10. He beat the brakes off of Coach Skills Belichick, 62-35. Went into Virginia in that rivalry and killed them 60-3. Now you're telling me. Well, he didn't start off at 99, I don't believe. He built that team. So don't knock the 99s can lose. 99s, and I've seen it before. 99s can lose. So it's the fact that I know his his work ethic and his schedule, he's kept him up top notch. He's a systematic type of person. So let's go to Florida State and break down their schedule. And you tell me. We'll even put a poll up in there. All right? Start from the top. It's not impressive. Hey, it is what it is. 70-7 against North Texas. This is a CPU game, and you won 27-24. You then beat Coach Crazy Flow 59-41 in a shootout. Then you played Clemson, another CPU team. Oh, sorry, you lost to them. You lost to Clemson 35-30. And you beat Georgia Tech, a team that Coach Earls has played, beat them 38-17. Went to Syracuse, beat them 49-23. And then you barely beat NC State 20-15. Must have been a good one. And you're in your mojo right now. 65-24 over Miami, CPU, another CPU team, 48-27. Another CPU team, Virginia, 62-23. Then the team that we thought you were going to play and have some issues with, they were now gone, and you got that win 30-22. All right? Took that bye. Then a hard-fought win against Coach Gator, beating the Florida Gators 35-24. And now that steps up and sets the scenario for this ACC championship match. Now, again, I can definitely go and crunch numbers based on what we've seen and what we have. We can definitely put a prediction out there. Let's see. Besides Yak, these people are saying that it is easy. Well, the division is. I mean, the conference is a conference. I think it's a pretty strong conference. Don't get me wrong. All right. So let's see. Okay, we got a breakdown of how this game might plan out. Would you guys like to hear it? Because I can definitely break it down for you. Give me some W's in the chat, and I'll definitely get you going. All right. Okay. Here's a breakdown, folks. Here's the breakdown on the Virginia Tech versus FSU game. So we got in the first quarter, Virginia Tech starts exactly how they expected. Long, controlled opening drive, which we've seen multiple times in multiple games. Short passes, inside runs, no panic. And they take a lead, 7-0. And then the only answer from FSU is a field goal, finishing the quarter 7-3. Again, this is what we looking at. What's the prediction of the Indiana versus South Carolina? Okay, we'll definitely break that down. I'll break it down. All right, we'll go to that next. So here we go. Second quarter. Let's see. This is where FSU begins to crack the code. Again, it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn with FSU. Again, we know that Virginia Tech is number one. We also know that the former 2025 Natty champion can ball. So again, here we go. Let's see. FSU is where they're supposed to be. Their defense starts jumping routes. They stop respecting the safe stuff. They go start challenging. And they score a touchdown. And again, they score another 3 points with only Virginia Tech at halftime scoring a field goal, making the score at halftime 13-10. Now, we all know that this whole league, it's all about ego and flash in the pan. Some people just want to put up numbers, put up numbers, put up numbers. No one wants to freaking play that way. So we'll see again. Third quarter, again, swing is in the air right now, and we have a bit of a tit for tat, right? And we got some scores having Florida State ending the third quarter 20-13. All right. I'm sorry. Brother's got to make some money. I ain't getting paid for this shit. Just letting you know. Anyways, we continue. We're at Florida State ahead of Virginia Tech 20-13. Right? Then we're going into the fourth quarter. And Tech does what elite teams do. They respond. And in the end, the champions of the ACC will be FSU. FSU 27, Virginia Tech 20. That's just showing you the facts, folks. Based on the stats, based on the numbers. It's not a blowout. It's not chaos. It is serious, serious football. All right? So there you have it. That is the prediction from the TSN show. All right? Virginia Tech goes down against Florida State 27-20. You heard it first. We only spit the facts. So we want another prediction. I think someone was asking about where we got Indiana. Indiana going against South Carolina. I mean, you guys can put those odds up in there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put the odds up. So here we go. We got, I want to make sure I get the proper information correct. Oops. Let's get to those brackets. Because you know everybody wants facts. All right? And it's going to be a good one. This one's going to be a good one. Number 9, Indiana. Playing number 8, South Carolina. All right. All right. So we're going to break down this game as well. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 Now, again, these are two similar style type of players. And I do believe this one's going to be another close game. Again, playoffs is going to show you some stuff. You're not going to get, I don't believe you're going to get high scoring games based on the caliber of players that we see in these brackets, right down to number 12, Tulane. He can put up some numbers. All right. Can he beat the users? I mean, that's another discussion. That is going to be another discussion. But we'll break down the Indiana versus South Carolina game. It shows me in the first quarter, it ends with South Carolina up 7 and Indiana 3. Again, it's a quick tempo, a few play actions, some runs, easy peasy. Going to second quarter, Indiana starts playing their game, and they then score with also South Carolina scoring with field goals. So at halftime, it's 10-10. Low-scoring games. Now, I could be wrong, but we just using the facts that have been out there, all right? So, again, third quarter, bit different. Indiana pulls ahead, in the playoffs. It is now 17-10. However, South Carolina comes back and scores another one. And at the end of the third quarter, it is 17-17. Going into the fourth quarter, where all the chips lie, both defenses locking down, run game on point. So you're only going to be getting opportunities to score 20 yards and in. And if you can't get it in that red zone, kick those field goals. And that's what we're going to see. You're going to see Indiana take the lead 20-17. Roughly about 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes. You've got another big score. Huge score. And Indiana goes in. 3rd and 6 conversion. And they score a touchdown. And it's 27-24 with 30 seconds left in the game. What do you think South Carolina is going to do? You know what he's going. You know what T. Scott's going to do. He's going to try to air it out. But unfortunately, doesn't make it. Interception. That's the game. Indiana 27, South Carolina 24. That's your final for that game. And here it is, man. Anybody else wants some prediction? We'll drop that knowledge for you guys. We're just using the facts, man. We're just using the facts this morning. All right. This is what we're doing right now. We are breaking it down. Everybody was upset about the pound for pounds, and it came to fruition. The most underrated team, is there. The best pound for pound team is there. I mean, you ain't lying. What's SMU's fate? Well, let's break that one down, because again, after the big championship win, we got number 10 SMU playing the now number 7, maybe number 6. I don't know. We'll see. USC. Let's see what happens here. Because again, I've already gone over the brackets. Thank you for the extra sauce. I mean, we just broke it down. This is what the show is all about. Facts. You want to come on this show? We open the floor for you now. We open the floor for you. Come on in. Come on in. The door is open. Hey, Johnny, open the door. This man wants to talk his talk. Let him fix his internet first. Fix that camera, because we do things in 4K. And I look straight in that camera. I don't got that side view. I'm sorry. I don't got that side view. I don't got a blue tint. Nah, man. You see this dark-skinned brother? Yeah, that's what you see. Anyways. JJ's back. Let's go back to the prediction, shall we? You don't got the facts if you don't got the show. I'm telling you right now, you can only spit the facts if you got the facts and you got somewhere to say the facts. Right now, you just talking. And we all know you love to talk. I'm just saying. But hey, We love the input. We love the input. We love the energy. We're thankful everybody's tuning in and chiming in on this. This is beautiful work. Let's get back to the scenarios here. Ah, that's right. Number 10 SMU playing number 7 USC in the first round of playoffs. We need a prediction, and here it is. Here it is. Again, this is just basing on the facts. I've entered a lot of information to my team. All right. Alex Isaac. Shout out to Alex Isaac for helping me crunch numbers and the rest of the team. It shows here that USC is going to be opening up the game with authority, scoring off the hop, off the rip, a bomb. 7-0 USC. However, again, you are playing the reigning, defending 2028 R2C Elite National Championships SMU. All right. And they're coming back, and they end that first quarter tied 7-7. Because again, Coach Knight Knowles will figure you out. It might take him a bit. He's a bit on the slow side, but he will figure you out. All right. So again, this now becomes a chess match. Boom. Tit for tat. Tit for tat. And again, we all know the high-powered offense that USC has. Guaranteed. And with that being said, you're going to see a huge passing front from USC. And they're going to be passing so much that they're going to forget that SMU has great defense. All right? And they're going to be throwing some pick sixes. So at the end of the second quarter, SMU takes the lead, 17-14. Again, everybody's just gung-ho, gunslingers. That's what we're going to call these coaches, gunslingers. All right? We've seen a few gunslingers. We've seen the scores. We've seen the stats. There's a lot of gunslingers here. When you're in the playoffs, you got to play tactical. You got to play smart. Sometimes you got to change the way you play to catch the other coach off guard to win that game. All right? Not always using run commit at the 50-yard line. But I'm just spitting facts. I am just spitting the facts. That's all I do. Spit facts. All right? Now, in the third quarter, again, we've seen the temperament of the coach when he's down. But he's not getting frazzled. He knows he's here. He knows why he's here. And he's going to continue to play. And he's going to continue to air out that ball. Look out for number 82. He can do it all on that field. Definitely do it all. They now take the lead, 21-17, midway through the third quarter. However, no, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. At the end of this one, though, at the end of this quarter, it is going to be USC is up 21 and SMU 20 at the third quarter. Again, third quarter. Now, here's where it all pans out right now. We will break it down here. This is where home field advantage takes over the game, because this is it. It's the playoffs. You've earned this. Now show it. So again, we've got a few drives going on with about 10 minutes left. SMU takes the lead, 28-20. All right? And then all of a sudden, not SMU, USC holds on to lead, 28-20. Then SMU scores, touchdown. So it's 28-27, very close. However, we all know how defensively sound USC is. They're not going to give up more than any touchdowns after that. And to seal the deal, they kick 3, final score, 31-27, USC going off to the next round, knocking off the current Natty champions. You heard it first, folks. That's the prediction, and I just spit facts. No heart is in this one. This is all facts, folks. All right? Just facts. Let me hear it. All right. All right. So there you have it for a lot of the games that are going on. A lot of the games going on. Again, I do believe people are going to change the way they play come playoff time. If you play the same way, and a lot of people have done film study, a lot of people have watched games live, and a lot of people have got used to some of the tendencies. Hence why you see a new SEC champ. This is why you see a new Big Ten champ. These young coaches making names for themselves, doing the work, not only in the channel, but on the sticks. That's good playing right there. All right. So, who do we think is going to win this whole thing? Now that we have all this information, let's plan it out right now. Who wins this year's CFB 2029 playoffs? Let's give you a full breakdown. All right. Here we go. Hmm. 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 When you trace every path, every matchup, every style clash, he keeps circling back to the same team. You know what that team is? You would be surprised of who they pick to be the winner of this conference, of this whole championship. The winning team, based on Alex Isaac and the team, and I've said this before, pound for pound, the best in the nation, Florida State, coming out on top, beating Missouri in the final 31-24. I just spit the facts, folks. I'm just spitting the facts. We'll see if that happens. You know what? I hope we have a great turnout with all the games. I will recommend that everybody who is going to be playing these games use the Stream Together feature to help build your programs, build your discoverability. Because we got 5 people on one and then 5 on another. I might even call a game or two. You never know. You have everybody looking at the same time. You'll have that 15 to 20 people watching your games on top of others finding you and following you because of your skills, because of your gift for gab, because of where your camera's located. Doesn't matter. People be upset.
Bruh.
It happens. But that's what we're going with right now. That is how we are going to end the show. So again, this could change. We might have to do a follow-up show right after because again, these are just predictions. Just predictions. So here we go. Playoffs starting this week. Be there. I'm JJ, Facts Only Green, and you've been watching Toke Zone Sports Network, where the smoke stays lit. Goodbye, everyone.